I'm about to invite is Ustad Abdul Karim kuyateh, who is a respected imam and Islamic leader in the Gambia, serving at Masjid Dawud Sila and other mosques. With over 10 years of experience, he delivers influential sermons and represents the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council at national and interfaith events. He founded the Ana Muslima Deen Institute, a free Islamic studies program empowering women locally and globally. Ustad, Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام الأتمان الأكملان على من بعث رحمة للعالمين بعث الله شاهدا وبشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا وسبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم اجعلنا منهم ومن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So inshallah, I will be code switching both English and our native languages so that those that are sitting at home, they will understand. Like the first speaker said, like the first speaker mentioned, some of the ministers, or most of them should have been around so that what we are saying here, or discussing here, they will also benefit from it equally, because they are the drivers of the system. That same way we should speak languages that our mothers and fathers at home, they will be able to understand the discussion that is going on here. The theme of this discussion is self-reliance and national development. For my own part is on Islamic perspective. Islam is not merely a religion of rituals, but it's a complete way of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the deen was completed, what he said is, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam dina. Today I have completed your religion for you, and I have completed my favors upon you, and I have chosen for you Islam as a way of life. So it's not a religion of mere rituals, it's a religion that has a role to play in every aspect of our life if only we understand it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he is talking about self-reliance and development as people, he said subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَأَن لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. There is nothing for a mankind or for a human being except for what he strives for. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, it is better for a man to go on top of a mountain and carry firewood on rope on his shoulders to sell it. That is better for him to go to people extending his hands begging whether they give him or refuse him. Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam, he gave an advice to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, 5 advice. He told him, Ya Rasulullah, 5 advice. Live as you wish, but know that one day you are going to die. He told him alayhi salatu wasalam, wa'amal ma'shit fa innaka manziyun bih. Do whatever you want. There is a day that you will be held responsible and accountable for every deed that you do. He told him, "Wahbi ma'siyata fa innaka mufariqu." Love whomsoever you want and associate whosoever you want. One day you will be separated by death. He told him, alayhi salatu wasalam, "Wa'alam anna sharaf al-mu'min qiyamuhu bil-layl." Know that the nobility of a believer is in this standing up in prayer at night when others are sleeping. But this is the essence of what I want to talk about, the last part of the hadith. He told him, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ شَرَفَ الْمُؤْمِنِ قِيَامُهُ بِاللَّيْلِ وَعِزَّهُ إِسْتِغْنَاءُ عَنِ النَّاسِ. And as for your dignity and honor lies in being independent from people. If you are independent financially, you are independent psychologically, emotionally, because anyone who feeds you control you. Anyone who gives you what to eat control you, tells you what to believe and tells you what to reject. In Gambia, we don't have a problem with resources, but we have a problem with one resource, and that is the most important resource, which is the human resource. We have natural resource, we have financial resource, but we lack the appropriate human resource, we call the human capital. Like we lack the right people for the right things. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Talibul ilmi faridatan ala kulli Muslim." Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every believer. This is not only talking about knowledge of the Sharia, but knowledge of anything that benefits mankind. Today we have many young people in this country. The reason why I talk about we lack quality human capital is because we have a country of entitled young people. They have an entitled mindset. Today everybody wants to work in an office, which is not possible. Today, because I'm not working in an office, I will not work. I will sit down, there is no work in the Gambia, which is not true. Today, how many young people will cry the country is difficult? You cannot speak English, you cannot speak Arabic, you cannot speak French. You are not a carpenter, you are not a mason, you are not a mechanic. Who can help you? Nobody can help you. Even those that are working in offices, most of our salary earners, their salaries cannot sustain them. Before the month reaches 15 days, salary is finished. Or most of the people that are salary earners, their families are maintained by shopkeepers. You go to the shop, they will masakumalo, every month I pay you. And also the mindset of our parents. Most parents, we force our kids to academia when we know that they are not good in academic setting. Many people are in UTG. I work at the UTG as a graduate assistant under Dr. Barry. I've been there as a student. I did my MBA, even though that I am an Arabic student. But you talk to many young people today, those that are in the universities. They are in university, but they are not good for university. They are not meant for the university. They are good elsewhere, but they believe that if I don't go to UTG, I cannot make it in life. Today, even look at kids that are going, for example, you see two people that are walking alongside and they're going somewhere. You ask one of them, where are you going? I'm going to UTG. You ask the other one, I'm going to my carpentry workshop. The one who mentioned carpentry workshop is Luglo Open. And in just 5-15 years, that person can come and employ this person. Like the auntie was saying, entrepreneurs, they can even employ people with PhD and masters. And I'll just give an example with all due respect to the fullest example. We will have a fuller that is coming from Guinea, one Julde or one Momodu. Will be coming here, cannot speak even Wolof or Mandinka. Will be selling cola nut and bitter cola on plates in the streets. Within 5 years, he has a small canteen. Within 10 years, he has a shop. The young man that is sitting, there is no work in Gambia, will go to his shop, Alpha, Lebanon Buro, and we claim that there is no work in the Gambia. Why? Because we have youths with entitled mindset. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum, they said the Prophet taught them self-reliance to the extent that if they are riding their horse or their camel, if their stick, the stick that they beat the horse with, if it falls down, they don't ask anyone, give it to me. They descend their beast, pick it for themselves and carry on. Why? Because وَعِزَّهُ إِسْتِغْنَاهُ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Your honor lies in being independent from people. Also, we have cultural norms that supports and strengthen this issue of dependency. Even in our family settings, you have a family, one person has become rich or fortunate. An entire family will come together, we rely on that person. Naming ceremony, that person. Wedding, that person. You get sick, that person. Fish money, electricity, everything, one person. And when we come together, bankrupt that person, we sit down again and say, he was not planned with his wealth. This is the problem of the country. Another form of dependency that we attach to religion is because you are an imam or you are a kilifadine or siring, you should not walk. You sit down in your house with big garambuba, people going in, coming out, giving you money. That is why we see in the world, Gambia included, many imams, many kilifadines, they compromise the religion. Because if you give me money and you tell me this is permissible, even if it is wrong, I will tell you yes, it is permissible. Because if you feed me, you control me. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, every prophet reared animals. Prophet Zakaria, Najjara, he was a carpenter. Even the prophets, they never rely on anybody. If the prophet wanted, he could have become a millionaire, could have shut down one place, people will rain money on him. But he never did that. Alayhi Abdul salatu wa tamu taslim. Now the consequences of this dependency, how it has affected our independence. Yes, we are independent when it comes to our country. Nobody is going to come and encroach on our sovereignty and all that. But our minds, most of us, are still enslaved. And that is the fact. Today, if you go to many Arab countries, some of the countries that I went to personally to study there, like we see recently, Dubai, they were engaging in cloud seeding so that they can have rainfall. Gambia, we have rainfall. Gambia, we have arid land. We have fertile soil. But why are we not farming? There is no country in the whole world, even the wealthiest of countries or so-called developed countries, where the government provided jobs for every citizen in that country. There is no country in this world like that. The example I was giving, you go to these Arab countries, rainfall, they hardly have rainfall and other things. But they worked hard. Some of them, they even have to go and filtrate the sand so that they can carry out their agricultural activities. But us, we have all these things, and we still sit down blaming people or blaming the government that they did not help us. The example I was given that there is no country that can provide, or there is no government in the world that provides jobs for all the citizens. And Gambians, we sit down, we expect that our government will give us all the jobs that we need in this country. But the truth is, jobs are not lacking in this country. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. I will never change your condition, or I will never change the condition of a people until they change their condition themselves. So now, look at having our job ethic, our professionalism. Have a contract here, building a house, give it to a Gambian person. A project of 3 months will take you 2 years. If they get to the construction site, 9 o'clock, they will brew attire and have breakfast for 2 hours. Before they start the job, 12 or 1. Around 3, 4, they are off for the day. Give that same job to a foreigner and see. That is working in the Gambia. A job of 2 months, they will finish in 2 weeks. Because they know why they came here. But our own Gambians, they will do. This same attitude even extends in our professional setting. You go to the hospital, nurse banging they will. They will have breakfast for 2 hours. When the Gambians that are paying them salary are sitting down in queue. Sometimes you go to the hospital with a mild sickness. Before you go home, your sickness has compounded. Why? Because the person who should take care of you is not doing his job properly or her job properly. And most of these people, if you offer them suggestions or feedback for them to improve themselves, they get angry. Sometimes they even quit the job. And also the Yakamdi syndrome that is here. Because of Mohammed was giving his story and the auntie was also giving their story. Today I want to start a business, I want to seek employment, I'm working under someone. They give me salary 5,000. I said, no, that is very small for me. Ask people that are up there right now where they started from. They started slowly because they said a journey of 1,000 miles, beginning to the step. But we started right now today, we want to become a billionaire. And also we don't respect our resources. You are living on a salary of 5,000. That is also causing our poverty and dependency. You are living on a salary of 5,000. You want to live your life like Mohammed Jah. You want to have iPhone 16 Pro Max. You want to drive the latest car. You want to be online every day. Before 10 days of the month, your salary is finished. And then you go to the social media insulting people in the name of freedom of speech. Yes, freedom of speech. But there is no freedom after speech as far as Islam is concerned. Because if you say something, you will be held responsible and accountable for it. So we have to work on our punctuality in our places of work. As far as we are Muslims and Christians, we believe in what they call accountability tomorrow. Whatever you do, you will be held responsible and accountable. If your contract hours at your place of work starts at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you are there at 10 o'clock. If you receive your salary, you should remove that money and return it. If you feed your family with it, you are feeding your family with fire. And the day of judgment, you are going to pay for it. And also, the most important thing is, we have to believe in ourselves. Wallahi, if you travel outside, you see how many Gambians are there. The reason why I said we don't lack most of these things. We have many intellectuals outside which are Gambians. But why don't they believe in themselves? Some of them, if they stand before their fellow Africans, they belittle them. But if they stand before a white man, full respect. Take this to our cultural setting, for example. Marriage. Your brother will come, I want to marry your daughter, I want your son to marry me. No. Me, I am Jola, my son doesn't marry a Fula. But if a white man comes, you don't ask about the tribe, you don't ask about anything, because your eyes is focused on the back. Your eyes is focused on the back. And that same person that is saying that, if your family member suffers an accident and has to go through a life-saving surgery or whatever they call it, if you are Mandinka, if a Jola donates blood, are you going to accept or not? You are going to accept. If a Fula, if a Sarawale donates blood, are you going to accept or not? You are going to accept. And we all say that Domi Adam Alem. What tribe was Adam alayhi salam? What tribe was he? Today me, my father is Mandinka. My mom is Wolof. My wife is Fula. Where do I belong? I belong everywhere. So let's cut off all these things. We call for one Gambia. If I speak Wolof, everybody should be happy. The same way I speak Mandinka, Fula, other languages, everybody should see themselves that this is a Gambian that is speaking. He is using the language that he understands the most. That way we have national harmony and then we grow as a country. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Mashallah. Shukran, Ustad Abdul Karim Alkali Kuyateh, a quite powerful sermon there. I wish we can cut this video and just post it in all public institutions, at least, we all should be listening to this every morning. It's quite important, and like we mentioned, seeking knowledge is fundamental, is very important, because we understand even the prophet, the first word of revelation he received was Ikra. That signifies the importance of seeking knowledge and education. I will now hand over to Santano, who is going to